Hey, Jeff Thoren here. It's an honor to be serving as your president for 2018. Hey, in this February edition of the President's Message, I had considered actually coming in costume, and this is what I was thinking in honor of Valentine's Day. I thought a little Cupid costume might be kind of fun. I ran the idea past the First Lady, though, and she said, Ixnay, no way. She says, you can buy the costume, but you just can't wear it in the video. So I'm sorry to disappoint you right off the bat, maybe next month. All right, for the good of the profession, as part of our 2018-2019 strategic planning process, we invited a bunch of you, some that attended the annual meeting in Orlando and others that participated in different ways through interviews or surveys, to explore the idea of how can we co-create our future together. And in Orlando, we actually had the opportunity to collectively discover some things about the organization, and specifically we discovered that there are a bunch of really cool peak experience stories that all have a similar formula, at least as I see it, and that is the formula is connections happen within vet partners, either members referring to each other or collaborating on different projects, teaching each other things, being exposed to new things through some of our programming. That connection happens, and then positive results ensue out in the workplace or out in the world. And so we were able to kind of identify some of that and celebrate it. We also then were given the opportunity to dream about, well, what else could we do? What else could happen? And specifically, we were tasked with answering the question, what 3 wishes do you have to heighten the vitality and health of vet partners, and that would make vet partners the community of choice to the profession? And from that, each table that was working together put together some flip chart work with 3 of their top wishes. And we were able to coalesce those, and it became pretty clear that there are some key themes. And so originally we were thinking that we would find out what those themes were and then send out a Survey Monkey survey to ask the membership to rank order those. But when Kevin, Corey, and I, our consultant that's working with us on this strategic planning process and facilitated the appreciative inquiry segment of the meeting, looked at this, we found out that the themes seem to be pretty clear, and the rank ordering seems to be pretty clear. So specifically, 3 main themes seem to jump out from the data. And the number one, and none of these should probably be a surprise, the number one thing was to enhance the Vet Partners brand. So that involves recognition of Vet Partners as a steward of the profession and a known collection of innovators, increasing the value of the brand to the veterinary community, stronger branding outside the organization. And this person said, I get a varied response when I ask people, are you familiar with Vet Partners? So there's a need there. The second one was really around the idea of how can we make more of those connections happen that lead to positive results for our members and for our clients. And that's around member collaboration. So some of the items there were increased connections between members between annual and mid-year meetings, deepening our understanding and finding a better way to know each other's skills and expertise and strengths. Those were some of the things that popped out there. And the third theme, really, which is closely related to the idea of brand, was increasing the awareness to potential clients and members. And that involved, again, kind of an external focus to the profession as well as an internal focus as far as a way to attract members to our organization. The other things that came up, there were many of them, really in many ways supported. They were kind of ways to carry out these larger themes. So creating mentoring programs, having an annual state of the vet industry presentation, continuing to provide tools to the profession to help it flourish, developing additional strategic partnerships with other organizations, and I failed to mention the website was a fairly common theme. Do we need to update our website? I guess we do, and we will. This year we will definitely address the website. So those were the things that occurred or came up as part of the wishes process and the dream portion of appreciative inquiry. Now the next steps basically are for the board in our retreat, which is coming up in a couple weeks, to do the design phase of appreciative inquiry, which is basically to put that together to get try to get a clear picture and a focused idea of what are the things that we really do want to commit to focusing on as an organization for the next couple of years. So that's the next step. Once again, thanks to all of you who participated and provided input and gave a voice to what we need to do together for the good of the profession. And I personally invite you to stay involved, stay engaged, and bring the unique gifts and strengths that you have, your talents, bring those so that we can put those all together and make a positive difference for veterinary medicine. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next month.